everyone, so welcome to this video again. So in this video we will discuss about the one of the most important topic that is also sometimes confusion about the variables between local variables and global variables. Even in the interview will ask this question, that what is the difference between the local variable and global variable. So in this video we will discuss both of the variables, what is the difference, and with the help of example we will see how it's working. So coming to this type of the variables, so basically there are two type of variables are there in the Python. One is the global variable Python and second one is the local variables. So the local variable, so first of all global variables, so those variables which are the as mentioned here. So if you see that cap small a, basically it's a 10 value, right? So we can use this variable a within these functions and even within this function we can use these values of a within both of the functions, so in respect to any of the workspace. So this is nothing but a global variables. So if I'm going to be run this piece of code, it will print as in 10 and 10 because we can access the value of 10, value of a in between both of the function f1 and f2. And similarly, but in the local variables, suppose we do not have declared any kind of global variable and the variable is declared within a functions within a workspace of f1, right? C. So C is declared as in 10. So if I'm going to execute this piece of code, right, so we will get an error. Why? Because C is declared within a f1, right? So C will be valid till the workspace of the f1 function, not in the f2 functions, and we are printing the value of C in f2. We are accessing the data of C within a f2 function, right? So this C is treated as a local variable. It will be valid till the workspace of f1, not the f2. We cannot access the C value, right? So that's why while calling the f2 functions, this line is going to be given an error that this C is not defined, right? The C is not defined because the validity of this variable is within a function. That is why it is known as a local variable, and the validity of this variable is basically the workspace of the f1 as well as the f2. So that's why it's called as in global variables. Now suppose that there is some situations where one of the global keywords are being used in the Python. What is the benefit of the global keywords? So let's see. Suppose we have the one of the global variable a, right? So we can use this variable within a function f1, within a function f2, right? But if I want to modify the value of variable a, and if I modify the value of a within a f1, it will be valid in the workspace of the f1 function, not the f2, right? If I'm going to modify the value of a is equal to 777, the value will be a going to be changed and it will be changed as a 777 within a workspace of this function, right? But the value of change of a is equal to 777 will not be a valid into f2, right? Got it? Because we have changed the value, we have modified the value within a f1 function, so it will not reflect in the global variable. It will not be valid. We cannot see the changes in the f2. If I'm going to print a in f1, it will be 771 which is modified, but in the f2 it will be remain the same global value. So how we can change the value, modify the global variable within a function, and it should also reflect in f2, right? How we can do that? So we can do with the help of global keywords. So in the Python there is a keywords that is known as a global keywords. So with the help of global keywords, how we can change? So suppose we have declared one global variable a is equal to 10, and in the f1 workspace, within a workspace of f1, we have declared a as a global, right? this variable a declare as a global. Now if I am going to modify the value of a is equal to 777, it will be reflect in f1 as well as the f2, right? So the f2, when I am going to call this value f2, the change value will be reflect in f2 as well as the f1, right? So once we are going to be use this global keywords, the variable become a global, so we can modify this value within a function itself. So this is the benefit of the global keywords. And also one more thing, if I'm going to use the variable keywords global on any variables, right? So if anything we are going to be changed within a functions, right, it will directly change the data at the memory locations, right? But here, if we are do not going to use a global keywords, it will be change the data for this workspace only, not the memory locations. Got it? So this is the benefit of the global keywords. I hope you understand between the difference between the local variables and global variables and what is the benefit of the global keywords, right? These are the examples. Thank you so much for joining this video.